I was really excited to record this video, but now anxiety is kicking in and I'm a little nervous, but we'll get through it. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Is it the train? Oh, there's a choo-choo train. If you're a regular viewer, then you may have noticed that I haven't posted in a few weeks and that I've been pretty inconsistent with posting videos for the past few months. And honestly, it's because my mental health has been some doo-doo. So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the small business struggles that I've been having recently, and mostly in relation to my mental health. I have struggled with mental health issues basically since I was in high school. I always thought I had anxiety and maybe low-grade depression just because it runs in the family. And recently I figured out that it may be actually stemming from another thing. So I have an appointment with a psychiatrist, I think October 19th or 15th. It's kind of sad that I don't know, but it's kind of related to what I think the issue is. But hopefully I can work with my psychiatrist to eventually get a diagnosis so then I can improve the quality of my life. But a lot of you guys have probably struggled with the same things that I struggle with if you're a small business owner, so I kind of just wanted to talk about that in this video. And I have a few packages that I've been procrastinating on opening. I've had one of them for probably over a month because I wanted to unbox it for you guys because it's something that I purchased with my own money and I'm really excited to show you guys, and I think it'll help with content creation. So while I talk about what I've been struggling with, I'm just gonna open some packages because who doesn't get happy opening packages? I didn't grab scissors. I'll be right back. So I'm not gonna talk about what I think it is that I have yet, just because I don't want to get ahead of myself and start talking about it so much and then figure out that it's something else. But I'm sure a lot of you guys may be able to tell what it is. But basically, I've been doing hand stamping and my businesses, I believe my first business since the end of 2016. So it's about to be 5 years that I've been doing almost the same thing. And one issue is that I get very easily bored. So I started with hand stamping and I got my hand stamping machine, and after a while I was just getting like highly and easily frustrated with hand stamping because I always felt like I was a perfectionist and that if I stamped something wrong then I wouldn't be able to send it. If you've seen my hand stamped goods, you've probably noticed that I try very, very hard to stamp as straight as possible, to the point where it almost doesn't even look like it's hand stamped. It looks like it's engraved. And I don't know why I got it in me that it needed to look so perfect, because I personally like when hand stamped stuff looks hand stamped and the letters aren't perfectly straight, because that's the point. There are people that purposely stagger the letters so that it looks like it's hand stamped, but I don't know, it's always been an issue with me and I just felt like it needed to be straight. So I got the idea to get a laser machine because then I don't have to worry about it being perfect and it can just be a lot easier for me. And honestly, when I had a lot of hand stamped orders, I would just get very bored. So I was like, I just want a laser machine so that it can engrave stuff for me and I don't have to worry about it. It's perfect. I can set it up to engrave for a few hours and go do something else that I find more enjoyable while it's doing that. I'm just gonna stop real quick. This first package is from Canva. I'm sorry that everything's mirrored. I record almost everything on my phone and I've been meaning to get a new camera for my YouTube channel, but I haven't been that consistent with posting, so YouTube isn't really bringing me much income and I kind of just stopped my businesses. So things are a little slow right now, but eventually I will get a camera that will not mirror my content so that everything's not backwards. So I said this was Canva. I think it's canvas. So it's basically like this lamp that you can use as a little tripod for your phone. So it has a ring light. It's almost like a ring light for your cell phone or for small cameras. So I got this one that has the little wooden base, and you can just put it wherever you want, but it also comes with a clamp that you can clamp onto your tabletops or wherever you need to clamp it to, so that you can record videos and reels. And when you don't have the best lighting, you can also turn on the ring light. So I was like, this thing is perfect, because it seems like the only way to grow on Instagram right now is through reels, and it is such a struggle to get the perfect angle. So I'm like, I need this in my life. There's a plane flying over right now. Someone commented on one of my videos, why is this girl apologizing for there being a plane, and if she didn't bring it up, I wouldn't have noticed it. Well, it's related to one of the things that I struggle with, and it's becoming easily distracted and sounds really bugging me. So it's not necessarily that, you know, that I'm really apologizing for you guys being able to hear it. I mean, if you're wearing headphones, you can probably hear it and you might get annoyed, but it's mainly for me. Like, it bothers me, and I'm just bringing attention to it almost as like a buffer for me getting distracted and to help me get back on track to what I'm doing, because I will literally forget what I'm saying because a freaking plane just flew by and I heard it. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna like me after this video. But I'm trying to not be so perfect. So it says invest in you. Trying to not break it. Okay. Comes in a lot of plastic packaging, which is not fun, but we can reuse it. Oh, here's the lamp. And that's where you put your phone. And here's the plug for it. I will have to see if it has an adapter, but it looks like it's just a typical USB end. It's metal and it seems really sturdy, so that's exciting. Okay, so here's the adapter. This is the little clamp I was talking about. So if you get the lamp with only the clamp, which I think is like the basic version of the lamp, it's cheaper. So if you don't mind not being able to just set it wherever with the tabletop base, then you can just clamp it to wherever you want. Now to open the other one. I always use scissors, but use a box cutter. I just never know where my box cutter is. So this box just has the base in it. I think that's it. So here's the base. The base comes in different colors. I think the lamp comes in black too, so that's cool if you like black. I don't really like the color of this wood. They have different colored woods. I like more neutral tone. For me, this is like a little too yellow. Like if you compare it to the Flexi Spot desk here, you can tell that it's like really yellowish orange tone, but it was the cheapest one, so I got it. Yeah, I'm super excited to use this. So it looks like that goes in there, and then you can twist this, and then you have a lamp that moves everywhere. And this part goes down too, so you can literally move it however you want. So I'm super excited to use this, and hopefully this will help me be more consistent with reels, because I struggle with consistency. For me, if anything is remotely hard, I have an abnormal amount of resistance towards doing that task. So anything that will help me make things easier, then I'll be more likely to do it and follow through. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I did hand stamping for a while. I got tired of it. I would get bored. I would get frustrated. I got a laser machine, which was thousands and thousands of dollars, but it helped a lot. I was able to make a lot of ornaments and acrylic jewelry and keychains, and Chico is barking. And it was great. I felt like I was able to make products so much more easily. The only thing is that it helped me almost too much because I was able to put out too many products. And then since I am a one-woman show and don't have anyone helping me, I was just struggling to keep up with everything. And then part of me was also just bored of making so many things because I am a super creative person. I love making new things. I love designing new things. I'm usually very happy with my end product, but once it comes to making it over and over and over and over again, I just get tired of it. Like, I feel like, you know, back when I'm working in my 9 to 5 where I feel like it's just draining my soul. Like, I'm just not getting any enjoyment from it. And I always wondered, why do I feel like I need something new to do at all times? Like, why do I need so much stimulation? So I would move on to the next thing. I think I got my heat press machine after that. I think I had a Cricut because I was making my own stickers. So I had the Cricut already, got the heat press, got my sublimation machine and the printer and the press for that, all the mugs. And it was just back to square one where it's just so much repetition that I would just get so bored, easily exhausted, easily overwhelmed. If you have experience with sublimation machines, you know that sometimes the image quality doesn't print perfectly, or sometimes if there's variations in the mug or the pressure on the heat press isn't tight enough, then the image quality that's transferring onto the mug doesn't look that great. And I just don't like making things where there could potentially be a lot of issues. So I don't do that often. And with pressing vinyl onto totes, I freaking hate weeding. It takes so freaking long. And I feel like people who make things with the Cricut, it's almost one of the most time consuming hobbies because you spend so much time weeding stuff. And like, sublimation mugs are expensive, tote bags are expensive. Like, you end up spending a lot of money on the materials, and then you spend too much time making something with the materials that it's like, it's almost like it's not worth it. You're gonna end up making minimum wage or less doing that unless you just find a way to be really fast about it. But again, I'm a one-woman show and I don't like hiring people, and it's almost like this weird cycle where I want to do everything myself, but I also don't want other people to help me because I'm afraid that they're gonna mess up the quality of my products. But honestly, you can only grow if you have other people help you. If you know that you're struggling with something, or that there are tasks that you don't enjoy and you want to grow your business, you may have to outsource and you may have to hire people. But I'm not doing that. So I think that's kind of like how all of the stuff that I make kind of changed over time. And I just got to the point where I just really dreaded making things to order, and the whole fiasco with Etsy in 2020 and like small biz memes reminding me that there's so many horrible customers out there, and then the delays, and then Christmas being a hot freaking mess, and people not getting things until like January and February, and just all these angry people. Like, I was very fortunate that I didn't get a lot of people harassing me or leaving bad reviews. Some people that did harass me didn't leave bad reviews, and I maybe only got like 1 or 2 negative reviews out of the whole thing, but it like really got to me. And I'm like, screw Etsy. I don't want to make anything on Etsy anymore. I don't want to deal with Etsy customers ever. And that's why I made my potty mouth shop, because I was like, I don't want to make stuff to order anymore. Like, I don't want to have to worry about these crazy deadlines on Etsy, or customers always being on your ass. And you know, potentially having people that are just going to be unhappy regardless and mean to you regardless. So let me just do my own website where I can turn off reviews so people don't bug me as much, or so that a 1-star doesn't like affect me so much, and so that I can do updates, so then I can just work at my own pace and do things when I want, and then once everything's ready, then I can have an update and then just ship everything, because it's stressful to make things to order. But after maybe 2 months of that, I had my last update on my Shopify website in March, and I didn't have an update for like 3 or 4 months. And why? Because I realize that I am a chronic procrastinator, and unless I have a deadline or knowing that people will, you know, get on me if I don't send their stuff, or know that I will get a bad Etsy review, or know that I will mess up my Etsy shop by sending things out late, like unless I have all of those external factors forcing me to make stuff, I won't make anything. Like, I'm a chronic procrastinator, and I just need structure and I need deadlines to get work done. So honestly, that's probably why I lasted just mainly doing Etsy's for so long, because it helped give me structure and get things out on time, and I would be able to maintain my 4.9 or 5.0 5-star average. And I'm convinced that that was the only reason I was able to keep it up. It eventually got boring, almost like all the other jobs in my life, where after 3 months I would be so bored out of my mind and hate the job, and literally only stay up to the year point just because I'm like, okay, once I hit a year, at least it'll look good on my resume that I at least stayed a year. But I don't think I lasted any job more than a year. So I realized when I had my own website and was in charge of my own updates that I would do all of this planning for the update, but I almost wouldn't make stuff until like a few days before the update. And I think the issue was because I have such a high resistance towards doing tasks that are really difficult. Like, if you look at my products, there isn't anything that takes a lot of time, a lot of care, or just anything that's a long process. Like, I'm not like a crocheter or a knitter. I don't have the patience for that. Like, anyone who does that, like, good for you, because I cannot spend hours doing something and then not even being able to sell it for that much, because, you know, people are out there being like, oh, I can get a $5 beanie from Target or something. So I don't have the patience for that. I can't paint. It takes too long. Like, I just don't like anything that takes too long. So that's why I have a metal stamping machine, and I went through the process of finding my own manufacturer to make my blanks, and so that they're perfect and already shiny and already made, and basically all that I have to do is stamp it. Or why I got my laser machine, so that I could just create a file and then just drag and drop it onto a plywood sheet and press go and let it make it. Like, I basically created shops that would just be easy products for me to manage. So because in the back of my brain I know that these products don't take that long to make, I would either underestimate the amount of time that it's actually going to take me, or I would just wait too long to actually start making the products, because I'm just doing all of this planning in my head and filling up my time with other tasks that I want to do, that it just gets pushed off. And then because I feel like I have all of that extra time, then I start doing other things that I shouldn't be doing, like designing new products that I didn't even say were going to be part of the update, or designing new stickers, or just browsing through Etsy, Pinterest, Instagram, just to get ideas of new things that I want to make, because at the end of the day, that's what gets me excited. I love creating, I love designing, I love coming up with new things, but I don't like making the same things over and over and over. I'm gonna unbox another thing because I will be here talking forever and forget that that's what I even wanted to do as part of this video. So this one is a company that reached out to me, and this product was gifted, and it's related to laser engraving, so I thought it was really cool. It's like a mini laser machine, and it's not as good as the Glowforge because it can't really cut through things, but it can engrave on things. So it's almost like a little mini crafter's laser where you can engrave onto already cut pieces of wood or fabric, or I think like construction paper stuff. So I thought it was really cool in case anyone was interested. So here's a little box. At the top, it looks like this is what the little mini laser goes over so that you can align your products on it. It looks like this is the power for the mini laser. It came with little sample products that you can engrave on. So it has these little blocks. So this is what I was talking about, like pre-cut things. So I guess these are like kids blocks, and you can engrave letters or little pictures on them. There's these little dog tags, so that's cool. So I'm pretty sure it just etches away the color and shows, are these aluminum? It shows the aluminum that's underneath. Comes with little glasses. So this is like a little tabletop laser machine, so I don't think it's enclosed, so it's probably best to set it up next to a window and maybe have a fan just so that you can have some ventilation. There's little tiny plywood sheets and felt and construction papers. And the instruction manual. And here's the laser machine. I'm making such a mess. Oh, related to what I think I'm struggling with. If you guys wonder why I always film in the same spots, like this spot and my packing station, which is over there, it's because those are usually the neatest spots because I need them to be neat. Like my desk, I cannot do any desk work if it's a mess there, so that's usually pretty neat. And then my packing station is neat because otherwise I can't pack anyway. And the packing station is also neat because I don't want to accidentally pack something that I shouldn't be packing. Like I'm always terrified that I'm going to pack an order and then like a little piece of like ribbon from the ornaments is going to accidentally land in someone's package, or like a random sticker, or just, you know, anything like that. That's horrifying to me. I want packages to be as sanitary and clean and as professional looking as possible, so I always keep that clean. Plus I record there a lot, so usually the rest of the office is a pretty big mess because I'm such a chaotic person and I'm so all over the place that I really struggle to put things away as I work unless I'm recording. So I'm just being real. So here's the laser. It looks like it's called Glorify, and then these are little legs for the laser. So there you go. There's the little laser. You put this little square thing underneath, and then they have an app that you can use, and I'm guessing you just drag and drop the items on there. So I definitely want to experiment using this in a future video. I thought that it might be this video, but it's already been 32 minutes of me recording and talking, so it's probably going to be in another video. But I do think it's really cool, and if you're interested in it right now, I believe it's only $150, and I'll link it down below so that you can check it out. I just thought it was something really cool in case you don't have thousands of dollars to invest in a Glowforge and you're purchasing pre-cut things, because I even thought of doing this. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Etsy shops that sell pre-laser cut pieces of wood. So then if you want to put your own designs on it yourself, you can, or if you have a tiny laser machine like that, then you can engrave your own stuff on it. So I can't remember exactly where I left off talking about my small business struggles and mental health, because I lose my train of thought very easily, and I'm all over the place and scatterbrained and go on a million tangents. But within the last few months, after doing Etsy for years and making stuff to order for years and eventually getting tired of that, and then opening my own Shopify, and then kind of struggling with that because either I would procrastinate a lot on the updates and just put a lot of stress on myself preparing for the updates, or I just couldn't get myself to put in enough work to market myself to remind people to shop, or like I have an email list and it's very rare that I send an email. Like it's just so hard to get myself to do simple tasks sometimes. Like my brain is overloaded and there are so many things that I want to do, but I can't manage to do the simple things and the important things, and I just feel constantly stuck. And when things started to slow down just naturally, I think the spring, early summer of this year was probably one of the slowest for almost all small businesses, just because 2020 created such a big influx of businesses because so many people had extra time, and then lockdown restrictions were getting what do they call it, just lifted, and people were getting vaccinated, so a lot of people were going out. So it was just one of the slowest seasons. So I took that time to start taking pottery classes because it's something that I've been super interested in, and honestly I've been really enjoying it. It is something that helps me slow down a lot because it is a long process to go from a ball of mud to a finished pot or mug. And I think part of me needs that because otherwise I will procrastinate. But there is no way to procrastinate with that. Like if you do not keep up with it, you're never going to get a finished product. Because if I throw a pot and then I leave it out for too long, that pot's going to dry and I'm not even going to be able to trim it. I'm not going to be able to make it look good. I'm not going to be able to glaze it. You know, like it's a process you have to keep up with, and I like that because it forces me to keep going and keep up with it. I also like that you can be extremely creative with clay. So with one medium, I can do so many things because I can throw mugs, I can throw planters, I can start hand building stuff if I want to, I can sculpt on mugs, I can make jewelry. Like there's so many things you can make with just clay that I think that will fulfill my creativity needs. That like I can always make whatever I want and just go, you know, throughout a whole work week just getting to be creative and make what I enjoy, and by the end of it then I can have a shop update, and if other people like it too then they can buy it. I've also realized that I really enjoy doing events. For my potty mouth jewelry business, I do a lot of beer festivals because people that are tipsy or drunk love swear words and find my stuff really funny, and they sell really well. Whenever I am by other makers, I notice that my business is one of the best performing businesses, and because I have a stamping machine and have gotten so good at stamping, I'm able to stamp stuff on the spot, so people find it really cool that they can just get whatever they want on a bracelet or a necklace. And I do really well at those events because I have people there waiting for me to make the things. Like I can pump out bracelets and necklaces like it's insane. Like I get into this like hyper focus where I'm just so good at it, and people look at me and they're like, I don't even know how you're able to do this. Like I'm so amazed and in awe like just watching you do this, and they just go really well. Like I make a good amount of money at events, probably like some more than some really good updates, and I'm able to do these events monthly, and if I sign up for more markets and events then I could do them more often. And I moved to Richmond, Virginia because it's a city that, you know, really, I struggle to find words, but they appreciate makers and crafters and small businesses, and a lot of small businesses in this area support local artisans, and there just happens to be a lot more events because it seems like it's a city that really cares about that, and I've never lived in a city like that before. I've only seen cities like that, like Toronto and Seattle and Portland and just New York City, like really, I don't know, hip cities that actually care about makers. So I'm glad that I could find a city in Virginia that is really supportive of that and where it's easy to be a maker. So realizing that the pottery was really healthy for me mentally, and it was something that just keeps me very entertained and then also realizing that I really enjoy doing events, I basically just decided to close my Etsy shops. So or almost all my shops. So I closed the Potty Mouth Jewelry website, and I closed the Potty Mouth Etsy, and then I have my Peas and Love Etsy shop open with just very easy things, which are like the plywood ornaments that I was talking about. And that's only because Etsy reached out to me saying that one of my items were picked for like a sale coming up, and the item got an Etsy's pick badge on it, and I was super excited. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep those ornaments up, because if I have everything else closed, it shouldn't be that difficult for me to manage to just make ornaments, because it's just ornaments. I'm not making a million things. So I basically stopped everything I was doing, closed the shops, and I forced myself to sign up for several events in October. And I signed up for one Potty Mouth jewelry event, and then I signed up for 3 markets in a row that are like maker artisan markets, just some local market in Richmond, and I signed up to sell pottery. I was like, I'm enjoying pottery so much, and if I'm going to be spending so much time making pots and I still need to sustain myself financially, then let me just sign up for events for pottery, because some of you may know that I've started selling some of my pots and it's actually going well. So for me to keep that up, I think markets will be the way to go. And if I have a lot of inventory left over from markets, then I will just temporarily open my shops and put them on the shops so that you guys can get some pots from updates too. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's going really well. It's honestly really weird for me because I have been doing my Etsy's and my Shopify websites for years. So part of me is still getting used to the routine of it, and I still get some anxiety towards it. Like, it's really weird to wake up and not have to worry about the orders that need to go out that day and print labels, and you know, it was just a very stressful environment. And my heart goes out to all of the small business owners that make things to order or just make a lot of products for updates and have so many orders to worry about packing every single day, or have to worry about communicating with Etsy customers or mean customers, or just people asking questions all the time. Even if you have the answers on your website or in an FAQ, or you just post so much on social media that they're things that they should already know, like seriously, my heart goes out to all of you guys because it is stressful. And I know, because after years of doing it, that's how I felt, and I felt like I was going crazy. So honestly, part of me is like really sad, because usually September, October, November, and December are my busiest months, and I make the most money during those months, like enough money to sustain me through the slow months. And I feel like I'm self-sabotaging by closing my shops, but it's just been so many years. It's just been so many years of the same thing, and my mental health has just been the worst that it's been in so long, that I just want to prioritize me. I don't even know if I said that loud enough, but I just want to prioritize me and my mental health. I've always felt like something was wrong with me mentally, more than just anxiety and low-grade depression. And if it is what I think it is, because it's something that my dad has too, I'm honestly gonna be so happy to finally have answers and just find ways to deal with it. And I really hope that I'm not self-sabotaging and that I can make this work for me. I have picked up and let go of so many things over the years and started so many projects that I've never finished, that I just don't want this to be another one. And I hope that everything that I've learned in the past few years has just led me to this point and a new passion that I can actually keep up with. And if not, I'll figure it out. Like, I'm still making enough to cover my bills. I have a husband who has a stable job that I know will never let anything bad happen to me if it ever comes to the point where I'm like broke. But I don't think I'll ever get to that, because I always have like this internal motivation to not be broke, to just make it work somehow, which is why I signed up for 4 events. I just wanted to come on here and just tell you guys about that, because I feel bad that I'm not posting as consistently anymore. When I first got into YouTube, I think I posted 1 studio vlog a month, and after studio vlog 4 picked up and my channel got a lot of momentum and I started gaining a lot of subscribers, I was like, well, let me keep up with this and post weekly. But eventually it got to the point where it just felt so forced, and not because I don't love YouTube. I love making videos, I love editing videos, I love responding to comments. Like, if you see my videos, see the comment section, like, I respond to almost everyone unless it's like the same question that I've answered a bunch of times. But I sincerely love it, but I was just falling out of love with my own small businesses that I could not bear to record it anymore. It just always felt like the same thing, and it felt so repetitive. It just felt like it was draining the life out of me. I'm like, I cannot edit one more studio vlog like this. Like, I just want to be authentic and genuine and do what I want and talk about what I want and not worry so much about what I think is going to get a lot of views. So it eventually just got hard to post so consistently, just because I wasn't finding as much inspiration anymore, and I don't want to post videos that seem forced. So that's why I'm sitting down and posting this video, because hopefully this can be a gateway for me being more authentically me. Anyways, I have one more package to open, which is actually from a viewer, so she might be watching this. It's from Tortu Crafts, and I think that's how it's pronounced. But anyways, it's from Maker Melissa, and she's a macrame artist, and she watches my videos, and as a thank you for all of the content that I've put out there to help small business owners, she decided to send me a gift package. So I'm super excited, and it was totally unnecessary, but I'm so grateful to her for doing that. So it's really thoughtful, and it makes me super happy when you guys let me know that I've helped you a lot in your small business journey. So I opened it already. It was so beautifully packaged, but she sent it in an eco-enclosed package. It's in the 8.5 by 12 craft mailer from Eco-Enclosed, which you guys know is made from 100% recycled paper. She wrapped everything in paper tape, in cute twine. This isn't how it looked exactly. I just opened everything because I was so excited and tried to put it back so that I could record it for this video. If I don't look that excited, it's because I've already seen it, and I'm like the worst gift opener. So she made this beautiful wall hanging. So pretty. I love this cord. I love like this double wrap twisty cord. It's so pretty. Here's another super cute wrapped package. And this one's a plant hanger. She's like a plant queen. You need to follow her on Instagram. I'll put her handle on the screen. But she has so many plants, and they all look amazing. Like, she has a great green thumb because I kill half of my plants. And that's partly to do with my predicted mental health condition that I just get very easily distracted and bored. And unless my plants look super droopy or like they're about to die, that's when I realize, oh shit, I need to take care of my plants. She made me this little rainbow, and it's actually the oil diffuser one, so it has these little wood beads so you can put oils on them. I have some oils there. You can put oils on them so that it can keep releasing the smell of the essential oils, and you can put it in your car or home and office. And what's really funny is I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. I showered this morning, I promise. But I was wearing like these light purple pants, and I shared it on my story. But with the light purple pants that were literally this color, like I just matched this rainbow so perfectly. And she made this custom for me. She didn't ask me what colors I wanted. I guess it's just very obvious that I like purple tones. So I just thought it was really funny that the day that I opened it, it matched me perfectly. But she made me a second rainbow keychain. So that one's super cute with the same two purples. It almost doesn't look, is it purple? I think it's another lighter purple. There's just a really cute note on it. She wrote my name, business card, and then just a little thank you. So thank you again, Melissa, for sending that over. I'll put her information on the screen so that you can check her out because she's really awesome. And maybe as I make more planters, maybe I can ask her to make some hangers for me so then I can sell my pots in plant hangers with plants in them. So yeah, just a recap of the things that I unboxed. I got this canvas lamp from shopcanvas.com. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna reach out to them for like an affiliate link discount so that you guys can get a discount on it, because I already know this is gonna help me so much. I have seen so many people get one and seen the content they've been able to create with it, so I know it's definitely a very good investment for small business owners trying to grow on TikTok or Instagram Reels. The second thing was this Glorify mini laser printing machine, which I will probably test in another video since I am still making ornaments. So I'll just show like my normal ornaments and then pre-cut a blank wood plywood ornament and engrave directly on them and see how they compare. And then of course the last things that I just showed you from Melissa. Oh, and these come in little compostable bags. So cute. I love when I receive packages that are all eco-friendly packaging. So fun. Anyways, I know this video was different and probably very, very long. But I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to give you guys that update with the struggles that I've been having with my small business and my mental health struggles. I will go into further depth with my mental health struggles after I see my psychiatrist in less than 2 weeks. This month will be kind of a stressful month because I have those 4 markets, I'm seeing my psychiatrist, and I'm pretty sure the day after I see my psychiatrist we are closing on a house. I haven't mentioned that anywhere, so if you made it to the end of the video, you're like one of the only people that know, but in this crazy ass market right now, we were able to land a house that we really like, and we got accepted, and we should be closing around the 20th of October, so hopefully I can get my crap together in the studio and make it look cute so then I can do a studio tour before moving out. And if not, look forward to some packing and moving vlogs. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.